Today is Tuesday, December 17th. I have a couple things that we need to do today. One, I am meeting with a friend at 12 because she's potentially gonna have like a shoot that she wants me to help style. So I told her, I was like, you know what, it's easier if we just grab coffee and talk about it than try to do this over text. So I'm gonna meet with her at noon for that. And then later tonight, I have a fitting with the same client that I had a fitting for a week ago. Fixed the dress in a previous vlog and we're gonna go fit that to her tonight. So those are the two main things that we have for today. Otherwise, I have a little bit of cleaning up to do in the studio and a very exciting pop-up to tell you guys about in a little bit. But I'm gonna have my coffee and then I'll share. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up a little bit while I chat. About like a month or two ago, I got an opportunity to have a rack of my clothes at the Century City Mall in LA, which if you're from LA or you know LA, it's a huge mall. Probably the nicest mall in LA. If you've seen the Barbie movie, it's where Ken goes in the movie, which is just funny. But it's a really nice outdoor mall, has a bunch of like high-end stores, and it's just like a very big like go-to spot for people. There's like a bunch of restaurants, like Din Tai Fung is there, which is a very popular restaurant in LA as well. Like there's an AMC, like it's just a really nice spot. So the opportunity to obviously have my clothes be sold there would be huge, because there's so much foot traffic and people go all the time, and also because it's kind of a more high-end mall, people don't bat an eye at like a $300 dress because that's like every other store there. So obviously when the opportunity came around, like I was really excited about it. But obviously pop-ups are not free. You usually have to pay for a rack, and this one is a 6-month like time commitment, which is really big commitment to make for somebody with a smaller business. However, I feel like I've had just like a really hard time transitioning out of doing like custom era store commissions and kind of like refinding my ground with my brand and all of that. And I feel like this would be a really good way to like kind of reach a new audience again, sell my own designs again, and just like experience doing like in-person pop-ups, because there's a bunch of flea markets in LA all the time that I could apply to and probably have a stand at. But I feel like with flea markets, people expect lower prices because there's a lot of like, you know, secondhand things. So it's harder to get somebody to buy like a fully handmade dress, even if like, you know, LA has a bunch of wealthy people that like do frequent these flea markets as well. I feel like the flea market just like inevitably tends to be cheaper, or people expect cheaper. So I think it would be harder to sell at those. So I don't do those. And it's hard to just find like pop-ups to do in person. So I think this will be a good opportunity to do kind of like an in-person thing, but in a more like legitimate way, and like in a place that feels more legitimate where people are like expecting to spend that kind of money. All that being said is that it doesn't have a specific opening date yet. It depends on when the store gets finished like getting built. However, it'll most likely be end of January, early February. So within the next like month or so, I have to get a bunch of inventory made. And I only have one rack there. It's not like I'm gonna have to fill up this crazy rack of clothes or anything. So it's not like I have to make a bunch of stuff. I do have a lot of pre-made things already, but I think I also kind of want to like experiment with some new things and make a few new designs. I think I've mentioned this a few times, but Noemi's gonna be here in January. So she'll be able to help me make a bunch of stuff, which will be nice. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that she came in April of 2023 and helped me with a bunch of era store commissions, and that's actually how we met. We'd been internet friends for probably a year or so, and we were just on FaceTime one day, and I was like, I have so much work. I think I like bit off more than I could chew. Like I just am sewing so much. She was like, well, I don't have much going on. Like, what if I came to LA and helped you? And I was like, what if? And then we made it happen, and it was great, and that was how we met in person. So I think it'll be fun to just kind of like do another little kind of production week together and do some sewing. But yeah, I'm also excited because I feel like I haven't had like crazy production vlogs like I used to back when I was doing a lot of made to order stuff for my website. So I think it'll be fun to just like do big sewing vlogs like that again for a bit. All that to say is that I also need to just figure out what products I'm gonna be taking there. Like I said, I have some stuff already that is kind of pre-made, but not like a whole lot. So we're probably gonna start doing a bunch more sewing in the vlogs. However, I don't think it'll be in VLOGMAS vlogs just yet because I leave in 2 days for Dallas. But within the new year, we'll have plenty of production vlogs coming, so that'll be exciting. That is my biggest life update. Okay, welcome to my rack of basically inventory and samples and things. I've been slowly kind of going through this and like getting rid of things, and like I've sold a few things this year and whatever. But ideally, this is the rack I want to get rid of stuff. For this pop-up, you guys have seen me make these two in this current VLOGMAS. I made this dress probably a couple vlogs ago, and this top a few more back than that, and they're basically the same. It's just this is the dress form of this top. I do really like it, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys saying that you guys really like it, so I think these could be fun products to make for the pop-up. I just need to figure out what fabric I would use, because obviously I used the last bit of this fabric and the last bit of this fabric for these, so I can't really make it in the same fabric. So I'm gonna see what I have, because I think my goal for this pop-up is to not really buy anything new fabric wise. I have so much fabric fabric, and I think this is a great way to just kind of get rid of things. I might just make some one-off pieces and call it a day and just have them be like limited, exclusive, whatever. So that's the goal for this. Like I really just don't want to invest any more money aside from obviously paying to be there, but like fabric wise, gonna try my best to not buy anything. So I think these designs could be fun. I think they're cute and casual enough. They're quick enough to make that I don't think they have to be super, super expensive products. Because I'm also obviously trying to find a good range of like some cheaper products, cheaper for being handmade, and then maybe some more pricier ones. But I think these could be a good option. I obviously have my like striped set that I've made quite a few of in the past few months, which I think I also made a couple vlogs ago. But this striped set I think is a fun one. So I'll definitely be bringing this one as well to the pop-up. And I have so much of this fabric. I think I arguably have the most of this fabric of any other one maybe. This is one of the ones that I got from one of the jobs I worked when I first moved to LA. I honestly still use all the fabric they gave me to this day. I started working for them as like a social media person for like a month or two, and then they ended up just like closing down the business. So it didn't last very long, but they were a sustainable clothing brand, so all of it was already dead stock, and they were like, we need to get rid of all this, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, but like they gave me huge rolls, so that's still one of them that I have so much of. Even this one was also part of those. So I have those that I think I'm gonna bring. My baby tees I have a few left of, so I think I'm gonna bring these as well. I'm debating maybe bringing like this one back from the spring 2022 collection. I still have a little bit of this fabric left, and again, if this pop-up is starting in the spring, like this could be pretty good to bring, and it's also an easy one to make. I still have quite a bit of this fabric, but I don't think I want to make these tops again. I just like, I made so many back in the day and I just don't feel like it, but I might just take the ones that I have, like the last few samples of it, and bring it over. Also these dresses, the Diana dresses, I just have a little bit of this fabric left, and I think I'm going to make some as well, because this is a good spring dress. It's a good like bridal dress too, for like bridal events. So that's a fun one, and this was really well loved when I first brought it out, so I think I'm gonna make some of that. So that's what I'm thinking for some of the pieces that I want to bring. I think I'll make some new stuff as well. But for the most part, like I also have a few like one-off pieces. Like this corset from New York Fashion Week is like one-off that I think I'll probably bring over. And then I also have the slip dresses that I've shown a few times that I made out of pants. I just need to find a way to hang it nicely, because on a hanger right now does not look like anything. So I need to figure out how to hang it in a way that looks like it's supposed to, because I think people would really love it. Those are the bits I'm thinking. Okay, I've been sitting here for a bit editing tomorrow's Fashion Design 101 tutorial, so just got that edited and scheduled. I need to do the thumbnail for it still, but that's going. I'm really kicking myself here because I should have pre-filmed them earlier in the month when I had a little bit more time, but I was like, oh, I have time, and then, you know, here I am last minute doing them. But some of these are easy. I just did, I guess it'll be the video before this one, but the invisible hem tutorial is one I've been meaning to do for so long. It's a really quick one, a really easy one, and something I use a lot, so that's one that's coming up. Today I filmed how to sew a button, which I think is like so generic, but also like so many people genuinely look for that stuff. I think I forget sometimes that people really are true beginners, and I forget what it's like to be a beginner because I've sewed for what feels like my entire life at this point. So I just did that one. That one was an easy one to film. I have two more that I want to film, which I'm not going to say yet in case I end up changing my mind on it, but at least those have been easy to film and edit really quickly and kind of put those together. But yeah, I'm really kicking myself in the foot here for like not having done it earlier, but it is what it is. It's almost 11 a.m. I'm meeting with my friend at noon. She's more like a friend of a friend. Like I don't really personally know her super well, but she reached out, and I'm always very down to talk about any potential opportunity for work. So yeah, should be cute. I'm gonna do this thumbnail really quick, and then we'll eat and we'll go from there. I should have gone grocery shopping over the weekend so that I'd have enough for the next like few days, but now it's Tuesday and I leave Thursday, so I really only have like today and tomorrow that I'm here, so I don't obviously want to buy more. So we're really gonna do the bare minimum here today. I do have salmon for later tonight. I was gonna make it during the day, but because I have this during the day, I'm just gonna do it later. We'll have more of a proper meal at that point. I've got gluten-free bread, shout out Trader Joe's, and I've got tuna, and I think I'm literally just gonna make like a tuna sandwich. I have mayo and whatnot. I don't really have much else. I'm like truly running so low on everything, but it's just not worth trying to buy too much more unless I buy just like a single meal of something. Which, like, to be fair, Trader Joe's has really good like pre-made meals and stuff, like frozen ones and non-frozen ones, but I just find that sometimes the portion sizes for those are a little too small for me. Like their tikka masala is like really good, or some of their like bowls, like pre-made bowls that they have can be good, but I just find that they're so small sometimes and I'm still hungry afterwards. So then I'm like, but then 2 of them is too much. So I don't love buying those because of that reason. Like it's never enough, and I don't like to snack. I'm not a huge snacker. I'm more of like a big meal person. So That's my excuse for not having thought single serving meals that could be a lifesaver for moments like these. But you know what? We make do with what we have, and it is what it is. Okay, it is so much later. I did not expect this little coffee meetup to last so long. We were talking about it. I am going to be doing the styling for her. It does work out well, and I feel like our visions kind of align on it, which I'm really excited for. I was telling her I've been a stylist assistant before, and I've helped style other people's like shoots just for fun, but I've never been like the stylist and like putting all the things together. So like I'm really excited. It would be really fun. And then she has a podcast, and she was like what are you doing right now? Like, do you want to go like back to my place and film like a podcast segment real quick? And I was like, honestly, sure. Like, as long as I'm back before like 6:30 for my fitting, like I technically have the whole day free. So we recorded for her podcast, which I don't know when that's gonna come out, so when it does I'll share it on socials. But that was really fun and unexpected. And then yeah, I just got home and it's like I think almost 5 o'clock at this point, so I have about an hour and a half before the fitting. But for this styling little photo shoot, I was asking her kind of like what the vision is and whatever. It's a music video of a photo shoot, if that makes sense. Like the photo shoot is what the music video is gonna be. So she wants like 7 to 8 looks, and she's very much like pink, feminine, fun, but also in like a little edgy way, which I told her is like literally me in a nutshell. And she's roughly my size, which makes it a lot easier for me because I can pull things from my own closet and things that I've made. So I told her, I was like, I'll send you some pictures of things we've made. I'm gonna see if I can pull from other designers and things, and like I obviously have a lot of friends in the industry, so I can kind of weave my way through. But I'm excited to do it just because I've obviously never done it myself, and I think it's just like a fun venture. And obviously I think I'll make a whole separate video about it, just like the entire process, because I think it's really interesting. But yeah, that's exciting and fun. I'm trying to think of what to do with this like weird amount of time I have left in the day, and I don't really know, so I'm gonna think about it and come back to you. Okay, I've been sitting here kind of just like doing a little bit of work and honestly just like scrolling on socials, whatever. I have like 15 minutes before I need to leave. Obviously this vlog has been insanely short, TBD what I do tonight when I get back from the fitting, but I just had like such a wave of anxiety come over me because anytime I'm like about to leave for a trip, I just get so anxious of all the things I have to get done before then. And like I'm just realizing I only have tomorrow to do everything that I want to do. I have like packages I need to go drop off, I have like tutorials to still film, I still have to edit, you know, the following vlog and whatever, and I'm not as ahead as I wanted to be on vlogs. So now I'm trying to think of like what I'm gonna post when I'm in Dallas, and like don't have any Christmas gifts bought for anybody. Like I have so much on my mind, and I get so overwhelmed, and I think I'm just so overwhelmed right now, and I'm shocked it's taken me this long to feel that, because usually I'll feel it like a week before things, but I've been able to just like manage really well. But today I just like had it come over me, and I think it's also because I just wasn't expecting to do a whole like podcast bit today, so I thought I would have more time today in the afternoon to do things, and obviously I didn't. And now my like schedule's kind of out of whack, and I think whenever my schedule kind of gets out of whack, I just feel so out of control, and it causes me to spiral quite a bit. So I have 15 minutes before I have to leave. I'm really hoping the fitting goes well. I showed you guys the sample and me fixing the sample probably like a couple vlogs ago. I think it was in the same vlog that I made my Christmas dress. The main thing we did was it had a bust line up here, and we moved the bust line down to below the chest. So I'm really hoping the fit is still right, because the fit was fine when it was like fully loose, but also it was just like a really easy thing to fit. So now I'm hoping that the fit is still like good. So we'll see. I'm really hoping all works out so that I don't have to like do too many adjustments this time around, but hopefully that gets sorted, and then we just have to actually work on the final sample for it, which again will probably come in January. I'm starting to realize I'm piling on so many things for January right now, which is not great because I have people staying with me for a month in January, which is fine. I'm obviously still going to be working even if I have like visitors with me, but like I just don't want to be so insanely overwhelmed with people here as well. So I need to get that sorted, and I think that's also causing me to feel really overwhelmed, even though I have a few days between when I come back from Dallas to when they come to kind of like get myself figured out. Like I want to do obviously my like vision board video that I do every year. I'm going to do that during that time period. I have a couple other videos that I want to get kind of pre-filmed before they get here that I'll have time for. I'm just someone who gets like insanely overwhelmed over things way too far in advance, and like everything always works out. It always has, always will, but like I have yet to figure out how to not not stress about it beforehand. I will say I've had a lot less stress this year than I have in other years, and I think I know how to manage it a little bit better. However, it is not a perfect system and I'm still overwhelmed. That's my rant for the day. I think we're gonna head to the fitting here soon. Catch you guys probably in the car post fitting. I just left the fitting and she's so funny. I love coming over. She has decided that we want to go back to the original pattern that we had. So it is going to be the higher bust line, but the shoulders are fixed, which is good, and the sleeve is fixed. So that was also something that we had to like take note of, and the length of it is also what we want. So obviously I have the original pattern. I actually added to the original pattern instead of taking from it. So it's actually easy for me to just like take off what I added and have the original again. So all good things. I'm good to like buy the actual fabric and get started on it in the new year, which I'm excited about. So I'll get that ordered, get that situated. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think I'm still feeling like a little bit overwhelmed, and I think tonight I just need to like sit and like strategize and plan and like, you know, put like specific dates to things I want to get done and do, because right now it just feels like I have this like overwhelming cloud of things I need to do, but there's no specific dates or timelines or deadlines, and like I think I need to organize it all to make myself feel better and for it to feel digestible and doable. I think that's gonna be the plan for tonight, and I think maybe I'll just like show you guys how I like organize my thoughts and like my production process and all the things, because I know a lot of you guys really like kind of the ins and outs of business and like the real behind the scenes, and this is very much like real behind the scenes of me just like stressing about figuring out how to get everything done. But yeah, that being said, let's drive home, probably shower and eat, and then get to it. I think I just want to like hunker down for the night, so. Okay, it is time to get down to business. I showered, ate dinner, and we are ready to logically think this out so that I am not overwhelmed. First things first, I like to physically write things down because it just helps me visualize things better. I think I'm just a very tactile person. Physically writing something out, physically making something is just like the way that I like learn and retain information a lot better. That being said, we're gonna write this down and I'm just gonna voice it out loud. Firstly, I have 2 ongoing custom orders that I've already kind of started on, but I need to like print them out to put onto my wall because I like to visually have them there so that I remember that I need to do them. Not that I would forget to do them, because I really wouldn't, but I just like having the visual and then being able to like take it off and be like, okay, that's done. So I need to print out the designs. So that's one thing I need to do. I need to send out some packages, so that will be a tomorrow problem. Send out packages. I also have to return the Wolf and Badger dress that I borrowed a few vlogs ago. What else do I need to do? I'm trying to think of like things I need to do like basically before I leave, and then I'm gonna add some stuff that I can do also while I'm out. I think I need to start figuring out what pieces I'm gonna make for this pop-up. I think I just need to make like a visual like little presentation, like Canva presentation or something, to kind of see it, so I can also see what the pieces look like kind of next to each other and figure that out. And then I can write down the sizes of each and then kind of figure out what day I want to do what. And that'll be a January issue, but like, you know, at least have it semi-prepped. I also need to start putting together pieces for the styling gig that I just got today. So pull pieces to style. I'm gonna also just kind of start putting together a little document for her to be able to see them, at least with the pieces that I have from my closet or my collections that I want to use. Start putting them together so she can visually see them in like a row. So that's another one. I need to film my vision board video, which will be when I come back from Dallas, but I'm just gonna start putting things that I just need to do, and then I can like plug them into my calendar as like to-do lists. So film my vision board video for 2025 / my like 2024 recap. I need to update my finance spreadsheet so that I can do my taxes in January / February. I like to get them done like as soon as possible in the year, but I usually do them myself and they take me a hot minute, and if I'm gonna have people staying with me in January, there's just no way I'm gonna get done in January. So at least I can prep all my spreadsheets and kind of have it all put together so that makes it easier for me later on. But that's something I need to do. I need to send out all my final invoices for my part-time jobs. I think that's all I can think of for now. Let's start with the pieces for the pop-up. I'm gonna start a Canva presentation so that I can just like put it all together, right? So I'm gonna send myself pictures of what I have. I actually might have some of them already in my uploads. Oh, I do have the baby tee here. Like, I know I use Canva for a lot of like my New York Fashion Week stuff or just like presentations in general, so I feel like I have pictures of these things already pre-uploaded on here. So there's that. I also have this dress, which is a good one. Guess I'll put this picture of the New York Fashion Week bodice. Then I have the striped set here as well. These are all like kind of from the same collection or same era, so I feel like they make a lot of sense all together. And I think I will be adding also the green set. Like, I just think it's a fun one. It's so comfy. I really like that. What else do I have here? I wonder if I have like my older pieces on here. I was playing around with this top earlier today that I told you guys. I still have fabric for it, and it's just a really good spring top, so that could be something. What else? And I think I also have the pink fabric for it, so I could do it in both colors. Again, it's something that's kind of easier to make. It's really cute, but one of my like cheaper options of things. I know this picture is like centered around the skirt, but in my head I know that it's for the top. Wonder if I have the Diana dress in here. Actually, here's a better picture of that top. Hold on. I think these are cute. Here's the Diana dress that I was talking about. I think that's cute. It just feels like these are obviously two very different collections, and they're two very different like eras in my brand. Like, this is newer and this is very much me right now, but my spring and summer vibes like are very girly and are very pink. So it's a hard one because like this still is very me. It's just a different version of me almost. But I think those are basically all the designs I can bring that I already have. I do have the gray Diana dress as well, which I do also have the fabric for, so I'm wondering if I should also bring it in gray. Like, it is kind of cute, so I don't know. I'm gonna put those there for now. I think I also have my red corset top. That could be a fun one. I just like, I worry that if I have these top kind of black, more edgy pieces with these like pink and white, it's gonna look weird, and I don't want my rack to look like not cohesive, but also maybe it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't know. But these are pieces that I know I can like make and or already have made that I think would be good for the pop-up. That being said, I think the only ones I would actually have to like make more of would be the Flora tops, the Diana dresses, like the bottom row basically. And then these two I don't have extras of, but this bodice I have one of, so that's good to go. This dress is fully already made. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them, and same with the tops. So these 3 are fully done. I think I would want to make a few of the stripe sets for sure. Let me write this down. I think I'd at least want to do like small, medium, large, just because like I need to be realistic of like I can't make every single size. If people come into the store and like ask for a certain size and I don't have it, like they can order it with me or whatever, and I'll make it. It's not that deep because that's already 6 pieces I have to make. It's like 3 tops, 3 bottoms. They're sold as separates, but I feel like I should have one of each. For the olive set, I think I want to try to do the same thing, so like small, medium, large of it. And then this one comes with the patchwork baby tee, which I think I will also do small, medium, large of it. White Flora top, I have no idea how much I have left of it, but I know I have, I think 1 or 2. Hold on. I have 1 of it, and it is a larger size, so maybe I can just make like small and medium of this one. And then the pink Flora top, I don't know how much fabric I have for this one either, but I'm gonna try to do small, medium, large as well. Diana dress, I think we'll also do a small, medium, large if I have enough of it. The gray one, I don't think I'm gonna have enough for that many. The gray one will keep us TBD. The red rose corset, maybe I'll just make like 2 of those. Maybe I'll do like a small and a medium just to like see how that one goes, because that one's a little bit more intricate. It's a little bit pricier, so I don't want to make too many more of that. But that leaves me with 22 pieces total, and then that's plus like the 5 baby tees I have, the 5 dresses, and the 1 bodice. So that would leave me with like a good amount to like start with and kind of just test the waters. And I think all of this would be doable honestly maybe in like a week and a half, especially if I have the week that Noemi's here. I think I'm gonna start to cut them out before she gets here, because I have a few days between coming back from Dallas and when she's here. So I think maybe I'll start prepping, cutting some stuff out, and just having it ready to go. But I feel like that would be a good solid number to start with, and then just kind of see how pieces perform. And depending on that, like if my like more feminine pieces do better, maybe I'll do more girly feminine pieces. The edgier pieces do better, I'll do more of that. Like I think it'll just be a good place to like test the market and see what goes well. Okay, so I feel good about that. We can check that off the list.